which we formed. If we look at the bigger pictures, we have Jonathan Adnams on our left, and I love John McCarthy on our right. Jonathan Adnams' farm brings in most of our rye. We try and keep things as local as we can, but clearly we don't have enough. So we try and bring locally, as I said, where we can. That is down by Braden Church.
No.
We can. Yeah. We do. So there's 3 schools. Yeah. So yeah, they do evening tours, sunrise tours, sunset tours. Yeah, it's worth it. Okay. All right. Again, that then heats up. Then we get to fractional distillation. Remember those things at school you used to listen to? Fractional distillation. Because what we've got here are 2 rectifying columns. Now, the rectifying columns should be 21 metres long. In order to make our flagship Copper House gin. Okay. However, I was so excited a couple of weeks ago. I found a bottle in the co-op. And I went, I don't care, I'm having that bottle. And all my colleagues were very envious, and I've actually managed to still get a bottle of it sitting in my fridge, and it's not going to be used, I think, forever because they don't make it anymore. So yes, the single malt vodka goes into. So what we're talking here is we're talking malted barley. Okay, that is what's created the vodka, which was at the 96%, and that then goes on to become our.
When you say single malt, does that just mean 1 grain?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, because this is what we do, sir. This is our premium. You'll be tasting this one. Oh, and a few others. Yeah. So this is our triple malt vodka. In our triple malt vodka, there will be barley, there will be oats, and there will be wheat as well. So it's a very, very different taste, a very different flavour. That is what we distill in order to make our first rate gin. Plus, there are far more botanicals in this than that. Now, London Dry Gin, that is not made in London. Again, I didn't know it, so I did the job. What it means is any distilled gin. Then somebody said to me, well, what's Plymouth gin? I said, I have absolutely no idea. Then somebody went, what about Bombay Sapphire? I said, I have absolutely no idea. What I do know is if it's a London Dry, it means it's distilled. And there's a reason for that. This one, which we will be tasting, is pink. Okay? Now, that is a pink gin. It's distilled, but it can't be called a raspberry gin, because what we do is we put the raspberry puree in after the distillation. That then gives it its colour. Now, we did have a blackcurrant gin. That's clear, which means that the blackcurrants were put in and distilled at the same time. So if you think about it, vapour's got no colour, has it?
No.
And it condenses back into a colourless liquid. So this one, the liquid goes in after the distillation has taken place. And slow gin clearly is a liqueur because it's got sugar in it. There's no sugar in anything else. So there's sugar in that. Okay, should we talk whiskey?
Yes.
Okay, I want to come back here. I can come through there. Yeah? Then you have your triple malt. You now know that that's barley, oats and wheat. Okay, and that's at 47%. You'll be tasting all of these if you like. And then rye, again, it's on its own, with a little, there's always a little bit of malted barley in there, a very little bit, but not enough to call it. And that's at 47% as well. This one, if you don't know about it, wait till we go downstairs and I'll explain. It's going to be a surprise. I like surprise.
So is the rye one closer to a bourbon?
You can judge that when you go downstairs. Speaking of bourbon, sometimes we put, in this one, we actually put in about 30% of a bourbon cask can go into, so what has been preheated will go into, not all the time. And some casks are used over and over. You'll see the distiller's choice, I'll talk about that later downstairs, and they are very specific casks casks that have been used for that, sherry casks or old casks or whatever have you. So Adnams isn't just stuck in the, right, we're doing 3 and that's it. They sort of do tend to use and investigate a number of avenues. Well, I've talked enough to little gin and tonic, but I need to ask, is there anybody not drinking today? Not at all? Okay, so you can drink what we're about to drink. Is it because you don't drink alcohol?
No, so I'm driving. So.
You're driving,
Yeah.
okay. So what I would suggest,
Yeah.
and I say that to all my guests, whether they like the alcohol we're tasting or they don't, just dip your little finger in and put it on your tongue, and that gives you a bit of a taste, but do it twice. And the reason you do it twice is because when you dip your finger in and put it on your tongue or just underneath your tongue, of course, your receptors go, oh, I don't want that, oh no, that's horrible. And then if you do it twice, it suddenly goes, oh, calm down, Helen. Yes, actually, that's quite nice. So I would encourage, smell, look, just do whatever you want. I've got some non-alcoholic things here if you want.
Yeah.
But this, I would encourage you to, if you're a driver, you can. And that's kind of given away my